All right, all right, all right. It's there we go. Just making sure my audio is good. Finally, my phone's actually capturing audio this time, which is good. Welcome back, everybody. Soul Commodore here. We're back at the well, not the drawing table. We're back at the painting wall, I guess. But yeah, we're gonna keep working on this piece here that we started multiple sessions ago. So yeah, we're just gonna keep working away at this. It's getting close to being done, but there's still a few things that I wanna clean up, including maybe some of these clouds and some of these leaves here, and we got to figure out what we're gonna put in this. But yeah. Also, today's going to be a little bit of a shorter session, and by a little bit, I mean I'm going to cut it in half, basically, because there's some real life things that I want to take care of, and in this case, it's one of my local galleries is probably hosting a trivia night tonight at 7 o'clock. They haven't posted anything yet, but they usually post it like right around now anyway, so I was going to attend that at 7, so we got to cut this one a little bit short, but hey, we'll still get some good painting done with the hour that we have together. So let's get started, shall we? So we're just going to grab our palette, and we're going to grab our round brush, wherever that happens to be in here. There it is. Gonna wash it off so that it's all nice and ready for us to use. But I hope you all are having a wonderful day so far, whether your day's just starting or whether you're finishing off. There we go. We're finally starting to see some of the snow melt from this giant snowstorm that we got. Things are finally starting to ease up a bit, so alright. So, I think the first thing I wanted to do was to sort of work out these clouds a little more. Because a few of them are a little bit too fluffy for the space that they're actually occupying. They look a little too cartoonish, so we're gonna fix that up a little bit. Just gonna mix our colors together. A little bit of red, a little bit of yellow, a little bit of white and black. We're actually gonna add a little bit more black to that. I actually forgot about the art trivia night until about an hour before the stream started. But it should be a good time. I don't know much about like art history or art trivia. Art history, I got good marks on art history when I was in school, but the memorization of dates and all that kind of stuff were stuff that I didn't really find all that interesting. It didn't really stick with me to the extent that it probably should have. But here we go. That looks a little bit better. At least to me, it looks a little bit better. Okay. So now we're gonna work on this tree a little bit more. Hey, how's it going, man? You wish you could do the A. I mean, that's fair enough. There are plenty of things that you do that I wish I could do. So, I think it evens out. In case anyone else watching doesn't know, I always. Can you put your pronunciation in the chat again? I forget from last time. Right. Dee and I know each other in real life, so you know. But no, man. There's plenty of things that you do that I wish I could do. So I think it evens out. Technically, you could, but it looks like trash. Well, I don't know that it would look like trash. D want. So what does that mean? Well, okay, I would have said that we were... Dee and I we're brothers. We're brothers. He's my younger brother. I'm his older brother. Well, one of his older brothers. We've got another older brother. I didn't know if you wanted that broadcast out on the tubes, but that's fine. That's fine. I was just thinking of your online security, that's all. Don't want to dox nobody. But yes, we are brothers in real life. But yeah, what does that name mean? I'm imagining it's German for something. Why did this brush all of a sudden just flare out like that? It is not what I wanted. Once again, I think it might be time for new brushes, but that'll be after my next paycheck. Oh, it's a greeting. Very nice. I like that. Yeah. You'll be proud of me. I actually kind of pieced that together in my mind because I was like, Hut Ease. That's not a. Oh, that's probably Jabba the Hutt, right? Yeah. I was actually able to put that together. Let me actually bring y'all closer in here. Ah. That's too bad. That's why I'm so glad that someone didn't take Soul Commodore before I got it. I was shocked. Yeah, I know I cut out a bunch of the painting, but we're doing like more detail work, so it'll be easier to view that. I always pull back out toward the end once we're done with the detail work to see the painting as a whole. Or if like new people come in to the chat and they want to see the whole thing, then I'll pull back out. But how are you doing tonight? Yo, Zelshot. Oh, Zelshot was taken too. Wow, that's a shame. That is a shame. I mean, you do raise a fair point. You do raise a fair point. None of them are normal. It was funny, one time I was in someone else's chat and they saw me in there and they were like, "Ooh, Soul Commodore, that..." So, I love anything that has to do with naval ships, so does that have to do with like, you know, like a being a Commodore on like the ship of the damned or anything like that? Like, is it like you take soul, like, is that the inspiration behind it? And I was like, actually it's because I like soul music and the Commodores are my favorite band. I thought their whole explanation was cooler. Mine's just like, oh, this is the music I like. Which is fair. It's fair enough. But they were really excited. And I had to let them down easy. Okay. So I think it seemed kind of German to me, but now that you say that it's like Jabba the Hutt's language, that makes more sense. That tracks. That tracks because you're a gigantic Star Wars nerd, which is okay because I'm a giant Paper Mario nerd. We're all nerds in one way or another. If you're not a nerd in something, whether that's you're a nerd in like, say, basketball, or a nerd in floor hockey, or a nerd in D&D, or if you're not a nerd in something, like I don't know, you should probably get more hobbies. Like you should find something that you're interested in enough to be a nerd, you know. Okay. I think I want to do something here to sort of suggest that there's a little bit of light coming out of the window here, but not enough to like really see anything of note. So I think I'm gonna try Zell, I'll be a nerd one day. I would say you're a streaming nerd. You know, because you take a lot of interest in that and you're good at it. But yes, we should all aspire to be nerds one day. Oh, bro, I put a lot of hidden stuff in my paintings. There is stuff in my paintings that people, like paintings that I've done that are like years old, that no one has found this particular element to it. You know, so I like your train of thinking. Yeah, no, I hide stuff in them. As a matter of fact, one of the first paintings that we worked on the channel has a bunch of stuff hidden in it. It's not always the same thing, but is that more where you're going, like just like one specific thing that I always hide in there? I know when I was in university, I always thought about like hiding a Commodore's reference in every single piece that I did. For whatever reason, that didn't take, but maybe, but I prefer to wait till I'm a measurable percentage of like. Well, hey, that's fair enough. You will be a nerd in my heart, Zell. You will be a streaming nerd in my heart. In the meantime. Yeah, so I've thought about it before, but with the way my mind works, I always forget. Yo, Jake from the Woods, welcome on in, welcome on in. Welcome on in. How are you this evening? I'm sorry that I missed your stream earlier. How did your stream go? Okay. RN Jesus was with you. Hey, you know what? Any day where you're blessed by RN Jesus is a good day. That's awesome. Were you doing more of the like leveling up to Master Ball, or like doing more like ladder stuff, or were you playing Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl more? Or were you doing none of those things and playing Animal Crossing? Got a triple protect with a... You know your opponent was cursing up a storm somewhere after that. Probably questioning to themselves why they even play the game. You know, now that I think about it, I don't think I'm going to put anything here. You felt bad, but it was your only way. I mean, hey. You do what you gotta. You know, and if that comes at the expense of your opponent, so be it. I mean, that's the whole name of the game. Have you ever seen those things with you know, they teach functional self-defense. Obviously, like, you know, like there's all sorts of different self-defense techniques, but basically, if like you're ever in a fight, like in a street fight, you should fight dirty. Like, you should forget any sort of code or anything like that. But no, kick someone in the nuts, like bite them, tear at their eyes, like do whatever you can to like get away from that fight. The self-defense guy from Detroit. Oh, I wasn't referencing anybody in particular. Just like if you're in an actual fight, because a lot of people don't know how to fight, and they're probably going to fight dirty anyway. Fight as dirty as you need to get away from that situation. That's how Pokemon is, Jake. I wouldn't even say what you did is dirty. You did what you had to do to get out of that situation, and it ended up being a win. So I would say that's A-okay. Also, to answer your question, what's the reference for this photo? I have a picture that I took of just a night sky with this particular cloud. Yeah, it's just this particular cloud, and there was a tree, and then I just kind of extrapolated from there. Exactly, exactly, D. Get that win, get that W any way you can. That's exactly right. Okay. So what I want to do is I almost want to put like a staircase railing here, which wouldn't make too much sense because this is like the top floor of whatever building this is, but at the same time, it would be just weird enough. You'd be like, where does that staircase go? And maybe I'll put someone on that staircase. And maybe they'll be looking out. But in any case, I'm going to put a staircase in here because people are going to be like, where does that staircase go? And that's good enough for me. And also, like, if I change my mind later, it's not that hard to take out of here. So again, for you all coming in, I do appreciate everybody coming out, and watching and everything. Like I said, we are going to end a little early today. We're going to end at 7 instead of 8 like we usually do. So we're only going to go for an hour, just because a local gallery is doing some art trivia tonight at 7, and I kind of want to join in. So I'm going to go do that. But we'll be back to our regularly scheduled artings on Sunday. So right now I'm just laying out the baseline for this staircase. I think I'll bring you a little bit closer with my very, very makeshift tripod. Which, in case anyone is wondering, it's my laundry hamper, is the base of it, and then on top of that I've stacked my record player and a box, and then on top of that box I've got another box with my phone leaning up against it, and that's my that's my tripod, and it works beautifully. All right. We're going to add some fun details like lighting and all that kind of stuff to this in just a minute. I just want to get the basic shaping and spacing out first. And because we're using such a little paint, you'll notice if you're working with acrylic, when you're using this small amount of paint, you'll see just how fast paint dries on the brush. It's very quick. So make sure your water is at the ready, because you're going to be needing a fair amount of it. And speaking of references, Jake, I'm going to look up my reference real quick. So y'all bear with me. Just gonna go look this up, make sure I'm on the right track. And I believe I am. Yeah. We're on the right track. But yeah, I hope you all are having a good day or night or morning or wherever you happen to be. I hope you're having a good one. Okay. Jake, if you're still in there, what's the weather like right now in Scotland? You guys have any snow or anything, or has it been like bitter cold or? All right. Now let's get a little bit of a highlight on here. Beautiful. That went much better than I thought it would. I wonder if I zoom this in, is it gonna blur too much? Oh. A little bit, but it's not too bad. Because this is a very small space that we're working with here. Okay. So we're getting there. We are getting there. Today was one of those days at work where it was really busy until it wasn't. And then just when you thought it would stop being busy, it got busy again. Which I'm sure a lot of you can relate to. No, that looks great. Okay, good, good. But yeah, I was asking you earlier how the weather is in Scotland right now. Just because we're all still kind of recovering from that snow that fell. You haven't been outside since two. Well, hey, you know what? That's fair enough. That is fair enough. These things do happen. I mean, it's happened to me over the course of these past 2 years, where it's been like, you know what, I haven't been outside in 7 days. I should probably reconnect with society a little bit. Or maybe I won't. Because that's also an option. Oh, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. You're gonna touch grass tomorrow morning. What is this substance? Leafy and green. Oh, also, while, internet. Hey, I feel that, Zell. I feel that. The last time I was streaming, the internet was doing funny things to me, too. I was mentioning, the last time we were all together, that, I'm very appreciative of the fact that, like, we're nearing 100 followers, which is just mind-blowing to me. So, first of all, thank you all for, following and checking out what I do here. Okay, I got you. Yeah, 92 was a good year. I like 90 better. 90 was a better year. But that's just my own personal opinion. But yeah, I want to thank you all, and I should probably come up with something special to do for 100 followers when we get there. But I can't really think of anything, so if y'all have any ideas... Yeah, I figured so. And I was born in 90, so... Yeah, 90, slightly better year. Yeah. February 15th, because you're so... Hey, that's 2 days before Michael Jordan. I mean, Michael Jordan was born in 1963, but... 2 days before Michael. Nice. I'm March 23rd, 1990. Which is an otherwise unremarkable date other than the fact that it's my birthday. But yeah, if you all have any ideas of what you would want to see, or like what you think would be a good 100 follower goal, like maybe I'll do a poll, come up with some ideas. Your brother was born in 90. One of my brothers, who may or may not be in the chat right now, was born in 91. My other brother was born in 85, and my sister was born in 95. What do Tom Brady, Zach Wilson, and you have in common? Are you all August babies? I don't know, I'm lame and just kind of start ignoring follow goals. Well, hey, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Wow, all August 3rd. Jeez. I didn't realize y'all were on the same day. That's kind of cool. I do know that there were two basketball players when I was growing up. Moses Malone and Jason Kidd shared the same birthday as me. Now I usually only mention Moses Malone because Jason Kidd has a habit of beating up his significant others. So I only mention Moses Malone because Moses Malone seems to be a cool dude. Well, it seems to be a cool dude because I think he's dead now. But yeah, but no, that's fair. That's fair enough, Zell. I just figured because hundreds, like, I guess 50 was technically the first milestone, but 100's pretty cool. So I thought maybe I'd do something cool for 100, for a smooth 100 piece. All right. Exactly, Jake. Plus his name is Moses Malone, which is just like God tier name. All right. Now, the $1 million question is, do I want to put someone in here? And honestly, I think I'm going to decide that for our next session on Sunday. I do want to fix some of these clouds up here, so I'm going to zoom out. That's my hand. Get out of the way. Yeah. We're just going to kind of refocus and shift the camera up here, because there's some highlights on these clouds that I want to throw in. I mean, Moses Malone is a God tier name, but it's no DeBrickashaw Ferguson. There's a name you can write home about. Okay, come back up here, and we're going to get our white paint together with some yellow and red. And a little bit of black. Mix all that up. Yes. Yes. No question. Just gonna make this look a little more like a cloud and less straight edge than it is currently. There we go. A little bit more of an organic edge to it. I'm going to blend this a little more, I think. Well, thank you, Jake. Thank you, Jake. I appreciate it. I hope you have a good night. That you get well rested. That you have a good day tomorrow. And if you're streaming tomorrow, I'll make sure that I'll catch that one. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate it. Hope you have a good night. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Ah, Saturday afternoon. Cool, cool, cool. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. All right. What's next? I'm going to ponder that while I take a drink of water. Usually when you get to a point of asking what's next with a piece, at least this is how I am, usually when you get to that point, you're getting pretty close to being done. So, now this piece isn't finished yet, but usually when you start asking that question, you're getting pretty close to, you don't really want to go much further. Because that's when you start, well, again, I can't say that generally because it's just me, but that's when I start to second guess myself and what I'm going to be doing. So, I think our next order of business is deciding if we want to put someone on these stairs. Or maybe, I don't know, around the corner here. Or maybe we just leave it as stairs. Let me sit back here and think about it for a second. Because sometimes the best thing you can do for your piece, and I highly encourage it, is kind of just like stepping back from it, looking at it as a whole, just sort of seeing what it is that you want to do with it. There we go. Because a lot of the bigger elements in this piece, I think are done. Actually, you know what? We can do... I just remembered. Over here, I have to define like this being a field. So we'll work on that for a bit, because we're getting kind of close to the end here of our time together. Like I said, we usually go 2 hours, but I'm only going 1 today because there's supposed to be a trivia night. An online trivia night for a local gallery that I want to attend, so let's do that. All right, and let's get this together. We are still going to raid somebody, because I like raiding people. And I might like put the thing on mute while I'm doing the trivia. So I can, because I don't really like raiding and running. Obviously, like, if someone raids and runs, like, I don't begrudge them at all. I just try not to. I try to stick around for at least a bit, if I can. But sometimes you can't, so. But I should be able to, like, stay in the chat for a little bit while I'm doing the trivia. Just I won't have the sound on. Or I might just be like, hey, I wish I could stay, but I gotta go do this this thing. Right now I'm just defining the edge of this building by putting a little bit of highlight, and then we're going to just blend it out into the space surrounding it, which kind of looks fake and phony right now, but I've got a plan for it, don't you worry. Like, it doesn't look the most organic, but we'll fix that. I might need that to just be pure black paint. Excuse my hoodie. Just kind of intruding on the frame there. Just blending this in with the background. But we're just leaving just enough light to suggest that there's a corner there for this building. And then what I'm going to do now, really quickly, before we I'm just going to put a little highlight in this field where the moon is starting to come out. And we're going to add more texture later on to make this actually look like grass. But for now, we're just kind of blocking in where this light is going to be. And even that, actually, because the moon's actually pretty well aligned with it, this might also give us a good indicator of where the edge of the building is. Just like so. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. And of course, like, when we get back together, we're going to make sure that this horizon line is actually straight and parallel to the top edge of the piece. Like, it doesn't look like it's straight now on camera, but that's because of the angle that the camera's at. But we are going to make sure that it's nice and square. But this will give us a nice little line of demarcation to let us know that there's actually a field here. And like I said, next time we'll paint in some details to make it clear that this is grass and not water or pavement or anything like that. That'll just be easier with a different brush and when we have more time. But I'll throw a little bit in here just so you get a little hint of it. Here we go. Not perfect by any means, but pretty good, I think. Because now at least we know what's going to be happening in this space. Okay, so let me zoom this camera back out now so you can see the piece as a whole. So yeah, not looking too bad, I don't think. We're getting there. We're getting close. We're getting close with it. All right. So given the time, because I want to prep for this thing, we're going to go find someone to raid, and I think I know just the person. I just recently met them on here. Let me make sure they're still... Actually, they are. Good. This person does... oh, they've got split screen. Interesting. That's really interesting. There's actually two people in here painting. That's really cool. That's really cool. So the name is Jokum. So we're going to go say hello to Jokum. Right now they're doing like tiny little painting, and it's a split screen. There's actually two people painting, which is really, really cool. So let's see if I can get this more on me, because I'm vain like that. There we go, so that I'm actually in frame. Okay. So, raid at Jokum. All right. So once again, thank you everybody for coming out. Sorry it was a shorter one today, but you know, life throws things at you, and you know, you have to go do those things. So I want to thank you all for joining us. Hope you enjoyed Jokum's stream. We'll be back here doing art on Sunday at 11 a.m. And that's Eastern time, UTC 5 if you're overseas. But if you're interested in gaming, we're actually going to be playing some more Breath of the Wild on Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern. And if you're interested in both, feel free to check out both. But yeah, that's how the schedule for the rest of the week is going. So yeah, good to see you all. Thank you all for participating in chat and joining and having fun. If you didn't participate in chat, that's also fine too. You know, just happy to have you here enjoying some art. And yeah, we'll go say hi to Jokum. All right. Have a good one, everybody.